Hello my friends, it's November 27th, 2017, and it's time for today's big story. Today we're talking about a story that's kind of been growing over the last couple of days, and it's related to Shinobi Refle? Shinobi Refle? You know, the latest Senran Kagura game.
新しい戦乱神楽ができるんじゃないかと考えました。それからという
Yeah, that's the one! So the latest Senran Kagura game came out for Switch in Japan, only in Japan, and fans were like, when is it going to get localized? Because as far as I know, every game in the series has been localized, or at least most of them have been localized, so fans were like, when is this one happening? And Marvelous had some news that made fans a little upset. They said they currently had no plans to localize the game and were saying it was for Japan only. And fans were like, what the hell? Why aren't we going to get this one? The Switch is really popular, we want to play this game, blah blah blah. So, give me a second. Later on, Marvelous went on Twitter and said, this particular game is currently only available in Japan. It was released today. This was a couple days ago. And at the moment, we have no news to share regarding a Western release. If this changes, we'd be sure to let everyone know. So people were like, come on, what's going on? We're showing you we want this game. Why aren't you going to localize it? And, you know, that actually got a lot of news over the weekend. There was a lot of traction for the story. A lot of people were reporting on it and talking about it. And I guess Marvelous was like, uh-oh, we got to do something. So, they put out another statement today on Twitter that says, we wish to address recent news published in relation to a newly released title in Japan. Firstly, as with all our games, we will announce plans for the West when we have them ready to share. Nothing can be confirmed until we have a firm roadmap in place. Secondly, Senran Kagura games have always launched in Japan first, and it takes time for further launch plans to be made for other territories. Once we are ready to talk about a new game, we will make a formal announcement as we always do. So they put out a tweet and they're like, no plans, not happening. And then they were like, we didn't announce anything. And then they put out this statement because, I mean, it seems like the game's getting localized. They just weren't ready to announce anything. So the confusion came from the first tweet from Marvelous. I don't understand why they said that. Maybe, you know, we could speculate and be like they saw the amount of attention it was getting online, and they're like, uh-oh, maybe we should localize this game, or at least try to. It's probably more likely that they weren't ready to say anything, but their first tweet caused enough problems that fans expected the game to be left in Japan, and they were like, no, bring it stateside. So, this is where we stand right now. Is it going to get localized? Their statement leads me to believe that it is going to. They're just not ready to talk about it yet. Entity on Go Nintendo says, I got the Japanese version and the game needs only English subs but no English voice acting. They can do that rather cheap and fast. I'll give it another go after some splooning. Barely, touched the game. Yeah, I mean, those jokes are going to happen with these kind of games because, I mean, let's be honest. They're about, let's call it fan service. Yes, and this one in particular is about touching stuff through the HD Rumble. I'm not even going to get I'm not going to get into it. If you want to play it, totally fine. It's a game for a system that you have and you want to play it. Let's leave it at that. So hopefully the game will get localized and we'll hear some news on it soon. My understanding is it wouldn't be a big undertaking because it's not that big of a game. I mean, you know, it's more story-based from what I get, but there are plenty of interactive scenes. There's no way for me to discuss this game without sounding like a creep. So I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll see if the game gets localized, and if you want that to happen, cross your fingers. Alright, my friends, that's today's big story for November 27, 2017. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow for whatever tomorrow's big story is, and I sure hope you'll join me to check it out. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I will see you in a few short hours. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at Facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at Twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at Instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot!